Alan Moran, thank you so much for coming on the show again. Can you tell me what happened?
Yeah, Andrew, as you know, I put out a newsletter, a monthly newsletter called Climate News. It's been going on for about eight years. It talks about the science and the economics and the politics of climate over recent years, weeks and months. Essentially, it comprises some text and some diagrams and links to various studies. And this is, as I say, this has been going on for 8 years. Suddenly, the February edition, which was coming out a couple of days ago, it suddenly got stopped. It got banned. I'd planned the hosting site, which is called Wix, without reason, suspended both that report and all previous climate reports. They said, after a little bit of pressing, well, we had referenced a article from the think tank Heartland, which actually had talked a little bit about Roy Spencer and others being deplatformed by Google, and in doing so, we were no longer compliant with their requirements, and so they removed unless we removed the link, they wouldn't publish our climate news, and if we ever used it again, they would ban us for life or forever. They came back and said, "Oh well, maybe
crazy,
you can
because let
do
me
it
just explain to
this
people,
time."
Because I had a look at what you were linking to, Alan. They banned you or suspended you and warned that you never come on again if you did it again, because you linked to a think tank which actually talked about social media giants censoring people like Professor Roy Spencer. Simply that factual information got you suspended. I think this is nuts. Now listen, it's not just you, and it's not just the Professor Roy Spencer. The world's most popular website for discussing global warming, What's Up With That, has also been demonetized. What do you make of what's going on?
Well, we have a situation where Google is virtue signaling. Google is actually saying that they are very proud that they are censoring people who aren't conforming to what they see as the orthodoxy. And Google are so powerful. I mean, they control 90% of the internet advertising around the world. Anybody who falls under their wary eye, in any sense, is feeling threatened, and quite rightly so. In the case of Wix, they must have had an algorithm which said, if you say this about Google, even though it's factually correct, we will ban you from the system. And really, this underlines some of the problems we have. We have these massive tech networks, Google and Amazon and Twitter and Facebook, basically controlling the agenda. They control the access to the internet, and they're all run by people who I think are quite extremist global warmers, who are very sympathetic to Thunberg and others that you've mentioned earlier in the program there. And what they will do, they will deny access to people who they don't agree with. And this is a real danger for democracy and freedom of speech, etc.
It really is.
Because these platforms are so essential. And in my case, it's quite minor. And Andrew Watts is quite...
People can't be... Alan, people cannot be sure they're getting the right information about global warming when social media giants won't let them see the full arguments for and against. How can you know that you're being told the truth? I think it's just quite shocking. Alan Moran,
exactly
thank you so much for fighting. I really appreciate your efforts over the years. Thank you.